Hey folks, this is Georgie here from The Art of the Hookup, your straightforward guide to a successful sex life. Now, obviously, we are in the middle of a pandemic, so for me, there's actually not much sex life going on right now, and it's a little bit depressing. I don't know if you're in the same situation, but I've been in my apartment for 3 weeks. I haven't really seen anyone in person for ages. But look, it's not all bad. What I have been doing is going on a lot of Skype dates. And I thought I'd make this little video to sort of show how I do Skype dates, maybe give you a few ideas for how you might be able to connect with people and still meet people online, even though our options are a bit limited at the moment. So when I'm going on a date, whether it's a Skype date or an in-person date, I usually end up playing Q&A. And Q&A is a turn-based kind of game where me and my date can ask each other personal questions or interesting questions that go beyond the normal kind of boring stuff that you normally talk about when you meet someone at first. I describe how to do Q&A in my book, The Art of the Hookup. And it's something that I learned from Curious Creatures, which is a company that produces workshops in Melbourne and Australia-wide around this sort of stuff. It's really cool. So what I'm going to do is in a second, I'm being joined by my friend Bianca, and she's going to help me do a little like demo Skype date to show how I do this stuff. And we'll play a few rounds of Q&A, and maybe it'll give you a few ideas on how you can connect with people online in this kind of situation. I really hope that it's helpful.
We're in.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. This feels super weird because we did just have this whole conversation that I forgot to record. So now we're doing it again the second time. But that's cool because it just means that we get to ask different questions and more opportunity to chat. So thanks for your patience.
Fine.
I think it's taking a while to get around all the technology stuff. So like people forgetting to unmute themselves on Skype calls and then recording stuff that isn't getting recorded, and
yeah. And also like internet connections is such a massive thing that's getting in the way as well. So it's so tricky.
People dropping out, the NBN being generally shit.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Oh my god. So like, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm kind of like craving some breakfast right now because I've realized it's 11:30 and I haven't eaten yet. So I'm reckon I might make a coffee while we're chatting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I got some snacks here. I think I'll sneakily grab them after our chat. I reckon I'll be set.
If you want a snack
No,
during, totally cool too. I've got my cup of tea.
I might do it. I might go for a wander.
Do it. We get to see the inside of your apartment as well.
Yes. This is my house. All my bricks are grey.
Yeah, I was checking out the bricks behind your head before, going, oh yep, 80s house.
Yeah, it's very, very grey. I don't know what the whole point of the whole grey thing was, but you know, can't argue with that logic. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't. There we go. Nice.
Oh man, make your tea and let's chit chat, and then we'll get stuck into the stuff once it's done, so you don't have to concentrate on two things at once.
I've got a banana. I'm good. Perfect date snack.
This is not the chat I thought we'd be having. You're running to the couch with a banana.
I just wanted to spice it up, you know.
Yeah, just to sexually eat a banana during your Skype date. It's totally.
I'll elusively eat it off screen just to avoid
just in case
your video being flagged.
So like thanks heaps for hanging out. I was going to ask whether you might be interested in like playing a game of Q&A. Is that something, like, have you done Q&A before? Is that a thing?
Yeah, like occasionally, like it's just basically like asking questions and them responding.
Yeah. So it's basically one person that asks a question and then the other person answers, and then the person who asks answers their own question, and then you swap over so it's the other person's turn to ask a question. And like pretty much any question for me is a go. Like easy question, hard question, like personal, like all that stuff is fine.
Sweet. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that you can also like answer your own question, because I feel like sometimes when you do it and you're just like, I'm only asking you, I don't want my own answer. It just feels very stagnant. So I like that you can like say your own, do as well.
Plus, it's cheating too. Like, you could totally ask an uncomfortable question that you would never answer yourself, and that's not fair. Like, it's a good fail safe because it means you can't
Exactly.
ask anything that you wouldn't actually answer yourself. So
100%.
I'll try and come up with a question on the spot for you.
Do
Um,
it.
and I guess my first question is, like, what's something, like, this week's been kind of shitty for everyone. So I guess I'd like to know, like, what's something that you're really looking forward to over the next week or so?
Oh, I know the answer for this one. So I decided that because isolation, it's pretty isolating. I
Yeah.
decided that I'm going to go to some bunny rescue shelters, and I'm going to try and adopt a rabbit.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's absolutely amazing.
I
I,
know.
I didn't even know there was a such thing as a bunny shelter. Is that a thing?
There's numerous. Like there's one in Oakley, one in Olinda, and I think there's another one in like Frankston. But I'm not probably not going to go out to Frankston because I'm in Croydon, so probably not that far. But yeah, no, I think that's the hope. And um, I'm trying to decide between a few different bunnies at the moment because I think the thing that like I feel so horrible, but it's just kind of like I really want to make sure I get one that's friendly.
Yeah.
Because I think right now the last thing I need is a bunny that doesn't want to talk to me.
Or that doesn't want cuddles. Like, can you cuddle bunnies? I don't even know. Yeah. A bunny that doesn't want pats right now. It'd be so depressing.
So depressing. So I want to make sure that because I think that's the thing. Like rabbits are prey animals, so you got to make sure like because they're usually quite timid,
Hmm.
but there are some that have great personalities.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I might go head out there today and just kind of see if there's any little buns that are looking for home
Oh,
that we connect with, and yeah, it should be good.
I want bunny photos. I demand bunny photos.
I will send you so many bunny photos. Like
That
I'll send you one like after this chat. Like don't even worry about it.
Please. That is gonna make me so happy. So, so happy.
Oh, good. What are you looking forward to for this week?
Okay, what am I looking forward to this week? Okay, this is nowhere near as impressive as bunnies. Okay, but I don't go out very much. I go to the shops maybe once a week and really quickly, obviously, because of all the stuff that's going on. But I did buy a lot of cheese. I bought a lot of this is the most privileged lockdown answer ever, but I bought a lot of cheese and I bought champagne. And at some point over the next week, I'm going to make myself a cheese board. And again, I feel this is a very privileged, like I'm spoiled, but yeah, cheese board. I'm really looking forward to that.
I did the exact same thing last week, so I yeah, in no position to judge. If anything, I know your excitement because honestly, like that was like my meal for like 2 days
Oh my
because I
God,
just
living on cheese.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like it was the dream.
And this is how I cheer myself up, like cheese and occasionally drinking. So, like, this is working.
100%. And I think the thing that I really enjoyed as well is making it like, really aesthetically pleasing as well. Like I think that's like just making it extra bougie. Like I had like
Laying everything out.
yeah. I had like a chopping board that's like a kind of like wooden one, so it looks really pretty. And then I had like some grapes and some cheese and some like prosciutto. It was very good.
Oh my God, yep, definitely the prosciutto. I have prosciutto too, just obviously. Didn't even mention that because it seemed so obvious that I would have prosciutto. Yeah.
Clearly, you must.
But that's my answer, which means it's your question. Your turn to ask a question.
Oh yes. Okay. Um, after the whole travel ban thing, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Okay, so this is really tragic, but right before this happened, I was just about to plan a trip to Germany because I really want to go to Germany and go to all the kink clubs and the sex clubs and all that stuff.
Yes,
And I have some
yes.
friends over there who've talked about how amazing it was. And I finally decided that I was going to do it. I started looking at flights. I applied for leave from my job. And then this happened. And now it's all off. So as soon as this is gone, if I still have any money left, which is looking doubtful, straight to Germany.
Mood.
Yeah, right. Yeah, totally Germany and possibly the rest of Europe as well. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. I was actually supposed to go to Europe this year as well, so I feel you on that struggle.
Oh my God. So what about you? Are you Europe? Where would you go as soon as this is over?
Well, yeah, so basically what happened is, yeah, with Europe, it was for my friend. She is getting married in Scotland. So yeah, so sadly that has been postponed.
Yeah.
So I'll be going there next year instead, hopefully.
It's lucky they didn't just do
But
it without you. That would have sucked.
yeah, so she grew up in Australia, like she was born in Australia, and then she moved over to Scotland about 2 years ago. So I think it was more like if she couldn't have anyone from Australia over, it just wouldn't be
Not worth it.
fully fledged. Yeah. So, and I'm the maid of honor, so it was kind of special that she. Yeah.
Oh, so you must be really hanging out for that.
Yeah, but she said that she might be coming back to Australia before her wedding, so I might be able to see her then. So that'll be fine. And I got to see her in January because she came back over here, and we got to have like a hens party and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Just spread out
Yeah,
more,
so,
like hen's party and then the wedding a year later. And that's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I got to like organize the entire thing, and that's something to know about me is I love event planning. Like, so like love organizing that stuff, like cute
Perfect maid
dates
of
and stuff.
honor.
Yes, yes, it is very fun.
Oh, yeah, that must be frustrating. I can understand why you'd be looking forward to that, getting stuck into that
Yeah.
one.
But honestly though, like the place that I'd love to go to is Japan. Like I've already been there once, but I'm already so keen to
Oh,
go back again.
I
The
went
food
two
is so
years ago.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima.
Fantastic. Oh, so good. That is another thing that we should talk about. I love Japan. That don't
Yeah,
want to sidetrack, but like totally, yeah, so enthusiastic. It's fascinating.
let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, um, oh my God, good question. So I've
Thank
got
you.
a bit of FOMO now, but that's okay, right?
Sorry.
Oh, oh. So like because this is like a pretend sort of like Skype date, do you mind if I ask you a question that's a bit more like sexy or a bit more like personal?
Go for it.
Okay, so what's my like flirty Skype date question?
Yes.
I think it would be something like, oh, okay, tell me about like a body part or physical attribute, even if it's a really random one that you find just really hot.
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I like this. Um, 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 um. There's so many different things, like it always like I feel like people have their own standout features. So it's just kind
Yeah,
of like I'm just gonna think of like a generalization.
depends on the
I think,
person, right?
yeah,
Sometimes.
I think in more like feminine people I date, I love backs. I don't know why, but like a feminine back is just like whoa, so
Yeah.
good. Just like yeah, that's a bang in time. Um, and also thighs. Thighs are good too. They're
Mm.
probably those two things.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally with you, particularly on the back, like because I'm into like the gym stuff quite a bit, and I like just a tiny little bit of good musculature on someone's back, like guys or girls or whatever. Like it's just so hot. Good shoulders.
I don't know what it is. It's so simple, and I think I also like with like more masculine people. I really like forearms. Like
Oh yes, yep, yeah. I like a
don't
good strong forearm as well. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't flash my forearms at you, should I? Like, hello,
just calm down.
hello.
Oh my god, oh my gosh, I'm like
Forearm flirting, it's a thing.
how about you?
Um, okay, so I'm going to similarly, actually, I'm going to go with like shoulders, but actually not shoulders, but collarbones, particularly on like female type people. Like, you know, when you just see like a little bit of collarbone and it's just really beautiful. Yeah, like when like when you're watching a bird and you can see like their wing or something. It's just like this really beautiful sort of, I don't know. Yeah,
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 I think everyone with collarbones, which is
yeah.
everyone. I think everyone looks good with the collarbone. Like I just
Collarbones are
they're
gorgeous.
they're very very good. Very big fan. Very good idea. Very big fan.
Very, and it's a good idea too to have a collarbone.
It is ideal to have a collarbone.
Oh man. So like I could probably keep having this conversation for ages. It's awesome. But in the interests of like people who might be watching, would you mind if we like stopped and then talked about like how this went for you, like and how it felt around the conversation and stuff?
Please, love to.
Yeah, awesome. Like how did that work for you? Like just that sort of back and forth. Like, yeah, I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's so easy to get to know someone that way because I think it removes a lot of pressure. I think for me, I personally absolutely hate going out for like dinner dates and stuff, like having like a one-on-one like face conversation.
When they're
Um,
looking at you. I hate the fact that usually it's like that we like all the this conversation that comes up at first is like, oh, so how was your day? What do you do for a job? And I'm sort of like, oh, I'm not really that interested. And I know everyone's different, and some people like to talk about that stuff. But I'm like, no, ask me something interesting. Go like, what's the best thing that's happened to you today? Like, ask me a good thing that we can really get stuck into straight away. I'd rather just get straight to the good stuff.
Yeah, there's actually so it's really interesting to say that there's actually a scientific study about like the like I don't think it's realistic or not, it might not be, but about these 36 questions.
Yeah.
And like if you answer 36 questions, it's supposed to like lead to love and stuff. But I think it means just like being able to be open with the person you're speaking with and getting to know them in a way that's not just like, hi, how's your day? Because I think it's so good to get
Yeah.
like a deep understanding about how a person operates, and I think it's a good way to navigate. And also like the fact that the responsibility of carrying the conversation isn't on one person or the other. Like
Oh my
it's pretty
God.
much you can just have a long conversation really easily.
That's true, because usually it's me, and then it just ends up with me asking 10 million questions like, what do you really enjoy about life? Tell me about the best thing that's happened to you this week. What's your favorite animal? And then they're going, can you slow down, please? So at least going back and forth means that no one talks too much. Everyone gets a turn, and no one is asking all the questions or carrying the conversation. Yeah. How did you feel about
It's
it
easy.
via like the video and stuff? Did I cut you off or anything like that? Because it's hard to tell with the video if there's a bit of time lag.
No, I think that was perfect. And I think the thing is like it is like a little bit of a tricky time where you kind of like sometimes be like, okay, I'm done talking, now you go. So it's kind of a little bit like robotic with video chat, but I think this recording I think went really well. Felt really like free flowing and comfortable and like
Awesome.
easy to read. So it was fun. Really enjoyed
It,
it.
it was helpful when you said, I'm done now, it's your turn, because then I knew and then I wasn't worried I was going to cut you off by jumping in too quickly. So that was cool.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Oh, great. Awesome. Thanks for the debrief and thanks heaps for volunteering to do this. I really hope we can have another longer chat sometime when people aren't watching.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Awesome. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. So, how was that for you? Was it interesting? Did that give you a few ideas? Look, I really hope so. If you're kind of stuck for questions to ask when you're on a date, head over to my website, artofthehookup.com. I've got a blog post there. It's the latest one with a huge list of potential questions from really entry level safe stuff through to some really gnarly, interesting personal questions. If you're getting really intimate with someone and you really want to know about them, lots of stuff to choose from. And if you're interested in practicing this stuff as a group, Curious Creatures are currently running group sessions online of Q&A, so small groups of people where we all ask questions and we get a chance to share with everyone. It's a really nice way to sort of practice this stuff, but then also just to really beat down that sort of social isolation that I know is really affecting a lot of us at the moment. If you're keen on checking that out, head over to curiouscreatures.biz. They have different ticket options depending on your money situation, and they even have a few free tickets if you're really suffering from financial hardship because of this whole like coronavirus thing. Highly recommended. Come and join us and have a chat and learn what Q&A is all about. That's it. Please take care of yourselves. Stay in touch. Let me know what you think. And yeah, let's talk again soon.